Hey, what is up guys? Guitarok here. Welcome back to another Brown Dust video. Alright, so if you guys are not aware of what's happening on the Korean server, so basically there's two new mercenary units currently introduced, and I'm going to play the trailer in a short while, and we're going to have a short discussion about what could they possibly do, like what abilities do they have, etc, so that I can keep you guys updated in the meta and how it's shifting so hard right now. Alright, so let's jump into it. Okay, so basically this is the 18th of August, wait, July, 18th of July's patch on the Korean server. So notice there's these two new units right here. So you see a little boy with a big arm, big gigantic arm, and I think this is her sister or something that's eating the bread. Alright, so these two are the new mercenaries that are introduced, and I believe they are both 5 stars. Alright, so this is what surprises me. So if you notice the image closely, you would see that this dude somehow survives from an Alex attack. So that is incredible. So for a 5-star to survive Alex attack, so at first I thought it's going to be some sort of a new mechanic of some sort similar to Ludia's basically damage reduction of some sort, but this time it includes fixed damage as well, which is kind of OP if you ask me. But if you look closely, let me try and slow it down a little bit at a lower speed. So after he killed Anastasia, alright, pause right there. Look at that right there. Do you guys notice that symbol? That is the symbol of Death Guard. Alright, so the same skill that is currently on 2 legendaries, which is Lucius and Valz. Alright, so Lucius Death Guard is more of a standard, like how you should use it. Valz has Death Guard as well, but hers is used more for so that she won't die to counter and things like that. So very cool. Not sure how this will be implemented. Alright, so let's proceed to the next one. And then we have her companion. So the little girl, the lolly eating the bread. Cool. Alright, so next we have Seer, and I noticed there's this devil looking I don't know, girl staring at her. So I'm not sure who she is. I assume that is her sister of some sort. If you guys can read Korean, let me know. Alright, so what's happening here? She looks like a mini Seer, that's about it. She looks like a different version of Seer. So if you guys are not aware of the updates, usually what they'll introduce is a new 5-star and a new 4-star mercenary. So basically the one on the left, that two on the left is the 5-star. I believe the girl eating the bread, the little girl eating the bread is the companion of the little boy with a giant arm. And the one on the right is the 4-star introduced. So she seems to be, let's just assume that she is Seer's little sister for the time being. Doesn't make sense, right? Or cousin or whatever, some sort of Seer's relative. And the guy on the most right, I believe that's her companion. Alright, so pretty cool updates. You know, it's definitely a good one because we haven't had such a unique mechanic like Death Guard introduced into a 5-star mercenary. So I'm not sure how this will be implemented. Will this be like completely broken? Okay, so let's jump off into the skills. First off, the supposedly allegedly 5-star. Right now you can actually notice this is some sort of curse counter, kind of reflective counter skill. Definitely similar to something that we have on Cecilia or even on Livia as well. So definitely some sort of curse counter for sure. You can easily tell from the icon. So looks like, I mean, I can't really read Korean, but it looks like it's a minus 50% damage reduction. Hopefully it's a before stats reduction, sorry, before the attack. And of course there's a nullifier as well of some sort to remove stats enhancement before his attack. So this is pretty cool. So the second skill, this is what makes him unique. It looks like some sort of buffs and conditioning buff sort of that will activate Looks like some sort of reflex skill. I'm not 100% sure. If you guys can read Korean, let me know. So basically, there's a 275% increase in something, 95% increase, and 250% increase. So which is pretty insane. And I'm assuming someone actually told me this in my over on my Discord channel. If you guys did not yet join my Discord channel, feel free to click it. Links will be in the description. So basically, there's this Death Guard as well. So Death Guard will only activate if the enemy is killed within the reflect damage, basically. So that means that the enemy has to be able to die by a reflect for this skill to activate, which doesn't seem like such a bad condition at all, considering that it looks like that's a 10-turn Death Guard. So I'm not sure how long the Death Guard will last. Is it permanent? But 10 turns, man, that's gonna be game changing. It's going to be game changing. Lucius Death Guard only lasts for 4 turns. So 10 turns. 10 freaking turns. Oh my. That's going to stay on and latch forever. So you need like Nia to do it twice literally to be able to kill him later on. Okay, so of course we have the... I'm not sure what this skill is. It looks like some sort of stats boost or some sort of increased attack by 100%. And then if the enemy dies, you have some sort of healing, it looks like. And then lastly, we have what looks to me like a stats increase. Usually this icon represents stat increase over time. So I'm not too sure what it means right here. So yeah, pretty interesting skill set, I guess. And then the final, the awakening skill, looks like a permanent DOT immunity, which I find it kind of interesting in a way. DOT immunity. So that means that this particular unit can actually be charmed, can be affected by attack interference immunity, and can also be affected by stats weakening. Very interesting skill set for sure, something that we do not have yet. So it's going to either break or change the meta. We're gonna have a look when it comes out in the rest of the servers, but an interesting one nonetheless. Okay, so let's have a look at the 4-star next. Okay, so first thing to note, the 4-star will have the cross tile range. That is interesting. So this skill, oh my, is actually extremely similar to Seir's one. I'm not sure what the symbol means, but definitely you can tell it has some sort of reset buff duration, which I assume if she's hit, and this is most likely a healing skill. Looks like a healing regen times 10% max HP of some sort, and plus 15%, not sure what that is. Alright, so this second skill right here, 150%, is that like some sort of damage skill? I assume it is, because she's basically a defender. So there's lots of reset buffs. I assume whenever she gets hit, it will reset the buff duration or things like that, similar to how Arwen works in her taunt. And she has the taunt that lasts for 12 turns. Looks like an incoming damage reduction of 40%. Oh my, that is a lot. That is a lot of stats reduction. Not as high as Seir though. Seir at plus 10 goes up to minus 65%. So she goes up to minus 40% at plus 15. Obviously, I'm sure they are both going to be very different, but it's just in the trailer they put Seir next to her, so I guess we'll just have to compare with Seir for now. Alright, and the last skill, this is the awakening skill. Looks like one more curse counter skill. It's very interesting. Okay, so at plus 15 you get this reflective curse counter. It only lasts for 12 turns, so it's not like activated before battle, so I'm going to assume that this is going to be something that only activates after she attacks, which is not as broken for a 4-star. I mean, it's kind of manageable. And then there's this curse counter, minus 60% stats reduction, which is a lot, and I believe this is the removal of stats enhancement as well. So pretty cool I guess. So yeah, this is our first look at the 2 new units that are currently released in the Korean server. So let me know what you guys think. Comment below. Thanks a lot for watching. Let me know if you guys enjoyed this kind of video. This is my first time talking about like newly released heroes in the Korean server. So if you guys want to see more of these kind of videos in the future, let me know. And as always, I'll see you guys in the next one. Have a nice day. Goodbye.